Welcome to another episode of The Climb. I'm Lisa.
I'm Jeremy.
And you guys might have noticed our new background. So now
Yep.
we have white brick instead of black brick.
Yep.
It looks brighter.
Yep.
It was funny because we were at Life Group, and on the way to Life Group a couple weeks ago, you asked me if I liked, just randomly, like, do you like the black brick? And I was like, why are you asking? And then you said something like,
I have a random thought, and I asked you. It's
well, because other podcasts we watched on YouTube, I kind of had a lighter background, and I said, actually, yeah, I was thinking about it too. So we changed. I like it. What do you guys think? If you like the black or the white better, let us know, because we could change it. But so today's episode, we are going to talk about our wedding day and our honeymoon and what went down and just how all that went, like the days leading up to it. So when did we get married?
June 12th, 2021.
COVID was basically over. Well, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
We were trying to find venues that would let us have our wedding without masks and dancing and all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's hard to do that with COVID. But we found a place pretty close to my parents' house. And like the owners, nice place. Nice view of the mountains from there.
Outdoor wedding. Yeah, it was beautiful. And actually, the day of our wedding, there was, I don't remember what the percent of rain was, but it rained that morning.
Yep.
And it stopped at 9 a.m. And we had to wait till the rain stopped before we could set up.
Yeah.
So luckily, it turned out to be a beautiful day. Warm, sunny. It was perfect.
It was. Yep.
So
wedding day.
So we had our wedding. It was a Saturday. Thursday, we were doing the bachelor parties. But we're in our 30s. It wasn't anything crazy.
Well, I was sick for my bachelor party. Yeah, you too.
It was better, but
but my first time I get sick after my heart procedure, heart transplant. I hear a lot of things. If you get sick, so the medication I take every day is, I get sick, but it takes longer to get better. And so I was a little scared. Also, if you get sick, you get worse sick.
You get more sick than like I would, a person with a normal.
So I know people I know, they tell me that too.
But it wasn't that bad. Yeah. It was a cold.
Yeah,
you had one. I had one, but not minor cold.
Yeah, not bad.
Just annoying. Yeah, Thursday. And you had your wedding party was mostly on the East Coast, except one was your brother.
Yeah.
So I knew that when I got married, I wanted to have my 3 sisters and my best friend. I was in my best friend's wedding as her maid of honor. So I already had my wedding party set. And Jeremy also has 3 brothers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if your 3 brothers and your best friend? But your brothers and you are not as close, I guess, maybe.
Yeah. I love my family, but I love my friends too. I just picked one brother, a younger, close in the age, my brother, and 3 best friends.
Yeah. But they were all on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they flew in like
that week.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It was just it sucked because you didn't really have a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
Because right after our wedding, we left for a honeymoon that next morning. So I felt kind of bad that we didn't get more time, but that's what you get for having friends far away.
Yeah.
No, it was a good day though. So let's talk about the morning of the wedding. I was at my apartment and we did not live together before we got married. So you moved out of your apartment, I think, like the end of May.
Yeah, I was stay at my parents' house
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, around 2 weeks. I just stay there. And
so we pretty much moved all your stuff into my apartment. And then, yeah, you just packed for a couple weeks out at your parents' house.
Yep.
And so you were there. You woke up. What did you do that morning? Oh, yeah. Brian stayed with you guys too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. Best friend Brian that you stayed with me.
I didn't really talk to you much that day.
Yeah.
So what did you do? Do you remember?
I'll let you guys know again, after I have a stroke and the memory is not great. And I know the day and I remember that time, but I can't trust my memory too well. So I tell you about that to you, but she knows, but
well, remember as much as you can.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I do that morning. I think get up,
make your mom make you breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom makes breakfast and we eat breakfast and we get changed. We the wedding party, they show up. We show up there a year earlier than the guests. After that, we have breakfast and we drive to wedding place and
which
get ready.
For you was like 15 minutes away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your wedding party, like Eric and Matt and Josh met you there.
Yeah.
Because they all stayed in like hotels.
Yeah.
That's right. And then my parents, well, Friday night was our rehearsal dinner at your parents' house.
Yeah.
And we did go to the wedding venue that evening and kind of did a walkthrough and kind of saw the wedding layout, like the grass and where we were going to put the chairs and everything. But we couldn't decorate it till the morning of the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of sucked.
Oh, yeah. We're decorating that day, putting chairs out, tables, and.
But I mean, I understood because it did rain. So everything would have been wet anyway. So yeah, we had the rehearsal and then we went to your parents' house and had dinner. And it started to rain at the rehearsal. Not at your parents' house, but outside when we were trying to get everything picked out and get ready to go. But I had dinner at your parents' house. Yeah, then Saturday, or then my parents took my boys back with them so that I could wake up in my apartment by myself and get ready without having to worry about getting them ready too. And then I think I had all their suits and everything. I left them at the venue. My parents brought the boys up. They got dressed up in their little suits and ties.
Yeah.
Ezekiel, my youngest, he helped me make the boutonnieres. Is that what they call them for you guys?
I think so.
Yeah. And the little flowers that the bridesmaids would hold too.
Oh, yeah.
He had really a lot of fun making those.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah, we just were looking at our wedding pictures recently too. And it's good memories when we look at them together.
Yeah.
We just recently this week,
like 2 nights ago.
Yeah. Just recently looked at the wedding pictures. Yep.
That was fun. Were you nervous that morning?
A little bit, but I'm not. I'm confident. I'm a little nervous at the wedding, my day and your day, but I'm not really nervous too much, but I'm more excited. Yeah.
I was excited too. I only got nervous towards the very end, like of me walking down to go see you. But so we got there and Jeremy had like your own little cabin for you and the guys to get ready. And his sister took our photos and she had a friend that helped. So Tiffany, I think she came in and took photos of me, and my sisters, my mom, all of us getting ready. And I think Naomi took photos of you guys, or maybe Tiff did. Do you remember? I don't know, but they swapped.
Yeah.
And then we didn't want to see each other before we walked down the aisle. So we didn't want to do like the first look photo. So instead, like you guys hid in the little cabin and me and the girls went out and did our bridesmaids pictures or whatever. And then we swapped. We went back inside. You guys came out and I got pictures with your groomsmen. You got pictures with my bridesmaids.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then, I don't know what I was going to say.
We had some pictures before the wedding started.
Oh, yeah. About our first, like not first look, but there was a door, like cool little white door, and your sister had the idea for us to stand behind the door on both sides and hold hands.
Oh, yeah.
But we couldn't see each other. And I remember like my back was to you in the door, and Tiffany's like, okay, reach around and grab hand. I grabbed your hand. I was like nervous then. It's like we hadn't seen each other, and then we had to like go back to our rooms. The one thing, I guess I wouldn't say regret, but I do wish we had it on video. Yeah. But we were kind of on a budget. Like we paid for the wedding ourselves. And so, we had a pretty small budget, and it was outside. We didn't do flowers. I think the only real flowers were your boutonniere and my bouquet. Yeah. The rest were just fake. I'm like, they're just going to get thrown away anyway. Like I'm not spending thousands of dollars on that. My wedding dress, that was expensive. Let's see what else. Oh, our cake. We had a lot of your mom's friends kind of help out and donate some things, which is really good nice. People.
We know my family know them too. Yeah, they bless us a lot.
Yeah, we're really grateful for that. His sister took our photos, and she did a great job, and got some, good photos of the beginning of the wedding, which I wasn't a part of, because it's like my niece and nephew were our flower girl and ring bearer. Yeah, Jacob and Avery. Yeah. So I didn't get to see them walk down the aisle, or my sisters or your. I was just like hiding up top, and so the way that the wedding venue was set up, it's like there's a house and the lawn, and then down below was the chairs and you guys. And so I had to walk out on the grass. So you were looking up at me, and you were looking up at me. Oh, yeah. So everyone turned around, and that's when I was like really nervous. Like I hate the spotlight. I hate people looking at me. I do not like to be the center of attention.
You would on that day.
Now everyone's looking at me. I'm like, oh gosh.
It's your day. Our day.
It's our day. Yeah. I think it's my day is really weird. It's not just about the girl. Yeah. But so I walked down some stairs. They were like rock stairs, and I was holding my dress up, making sure I wasn't going to trip. That was number one. Don't trip. And then I met my dad at the bottom of the stairs, and somebody asked me, oh, do you want your dad to walk you down the stairs? I was like, no. I feel like if he trips, he's taking me down with him. And I was just too nervous. So I walked down the stairs by myself, met my dad. So what did you think when you first saw me?
Really happy.
Did you see me first at the top?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was kind of far away, but.
Yeah. I was all smiles.
Were you nervous then?
Yeah, a little bit.
And I had my boys walk down the aisle too. Yeah. And this is what I wish I could have seen. I did not get to see this. And there were no pictures of it either, actually. Oh. There's a picture of them and me with their signs in our dressing room, but a picture of the boys, each holding a little sign. And it went like Ezekiel, Corbin, Isaiah. So Corbin's in the middle because he's the tallest. And Ezekiel's sign said Jeremy. And Corbin said, here comes. Isaiah says, our mom. Yeah. Do you remember them walking down?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Oh.
That's cute. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that, but my goal was to try to make you cry, but that didn't happen.
Oh, almost, man.
Oh well.
Yeah.
It's kind of mean of me, but just like you wanted me to get a speeding ticket, I want to see you cry.
I rarely cry. Wait, you see me?
The closest to crying that I've seen you is eyes welled up and maybe your lip quivering.
Not see me cry in the hospital last fall?
No, because you were crying. Oh. I wasn't there at that time.
Tell him I go to the hospital.
But I think we kind of talked about it in October.
Yeah, a lot. Like 5 months ago, I go to the hospital for my heart is like not being
regularly.
Yeah.
In sinus rhythm.
Yeah. So it's been 12 days in the hospital, but I cried.
You cried then?
Yeah.
I was like, why can't you cry in front of me? Have you seen me cry?
Yeah. A lot. You cry at almost anything.
Yeah, I do. I'm a crier. A sensitive Sally. Anyway, okay. Back to our wedding. So, all my sisters were up there with me and Shannon in the lodge, and then they all had to leave and walk down with your groomsmen. So I'm standing there by myself, and just the DJ's up there, and I had to walk past him and go down, and he's kind of like, "That's your cue." Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just super nervous. Not nervous to marry you, just nervous. Nervous of people looking at me, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we walked down there, and your dad married us. Mm-hmm. Your dad's a pastor. So that was the other thing. Like, it was nice to have family involved, like helping out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And my dad spoke too, and he said some really nice words.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm.
And then all of our parents gathered around us and prayed for us. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And a good testimony to people too who maybe were there that didn't really believe in God or really have much of a relationship with him.
Yeah. I remember we say we say our own vows to each other.
Yeah, it's kind of important to mention.
Yeah.
We did write our own vows. I like that better than the traditional.
Yeah, me too.
Vows. It's more meaningful. Yeah, that was good. That went good. You spoke really well.
Yeah, I'm really nervous when I write my vows. Mm-hmm. If I speak in public on the ceremony, hopefully the people understand me. But I speak pretty good. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, you did really good.
Yeah. And, yeah, you too.
And then, so I also had my boys stand up in the wedding party, but by my sisters. So 3 boys next to each of my sisters. Mm-hmm. And I remember Amber telling me that, of course, my back is to everyone. So I didn't know this, but Corbin, he was 13 at the time. Yeah. I think started to like almost pass out. He got really like, he stood there and he was like rocking and got like pale looking. Wow. Yeah. I think one, because it was so hot out and he was probably just nervous standing
pretty warm.
up there.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Corbin, are you okay? Like, do you need to go sit with Grandma and Grandpa?" And he went and sat with him, got some water. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I probably should have had, was water there for everybody. Like our wedding party. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we did, for our little ceremony, we did sand. I don't know what you call that.
Different color of sands in the pour it in the jar.
And then we had the boys each pour some in too. Mm-hmm. And Corbin's pouring the white sand, which represented God. And he just like dumps the whole bottle. We started laughing. We're like, okay, you don't need so much. But yeah, that was a good part. And then after that, we signed our marriage certificate with our witnesses. Then we did family photos, I think, real quick. Mm-hmm. And then everyone went up to the reception area, which was also outside. We then walked up and did like the introduction.
Yep.
DJ introduced us as Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy White. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I think we sat down and then let people go eat, or maybe we went right into our dances.
I think we could eat first and other people eat after us, but we eat a little bit and
visited.
Yeah, visit a little bit before we start our dances. And
that day went by so fast.
Yeah, it was.
I seriously don't remember. Really, I felt so bad because later, like when we went to your friend Michael's party, and I'm like, were they at our wedding? Not Michael. I remember Michael being at our party, or Mike, whatever he goes by, but some other people. Because half of the wedding party, more than half of the people we invited, I mean, not the wedding party, half of the guests were your friends or family. Mm-hmm. And just because, I mean, it was like my second marriage, but also I'm in my 30s now, I have kids. Mm-hmm. I just didn't feel it necessary to invite like a ton of people.
Yeah.
But your first wedding, and this was like a big deal, heart transplant survivor, and I don't know. So I was like, you take the guest list.
Well, you
invite a bunch of people.
Bigger wedding for you too. Let's say.
Yeah, it was like my first real wedding, so to speak. But still, it just went by so fast. We did the cake cutting, the dances, and the most awkward, dreadful garter toss.
Yeah.
I hated that.
You like that? You don't like that?
Why did we even do that? No, I didn't like it. I like you going up my dress and everyone's watching us.
Yeah.
Just
Your family.
disturbing.
Well, I'm married to you now.
Well, it's not like you even put your head on my dress. You just kind of like lifted my dress up and took your hand. Yeah. I was like, just hurry up and get it off my leg. Yeah. That was awkward. Anyway. And then I think my sister might have been the only single girl that came out to dance. And I made a joke about it. I was like, Danielle, I could just hand you the bouquet. She's like, don't do that. But I did throw it. I don't know if she even caught it or Avery. I don't even remember who caught it.
I don't know either.
I don't remember a lot from that day.
Yeah.
It seriously flew by. Mm-hmm. And then after the wedding, a lot of people had left at that point. Mm. I think our wedding started at 4. And we had, at the very end, I wanted to do like sparklers, but we couldn't do that. Just liability and stuff out on her property. Yeah. So we did glow sticks instead. Mm-hmm. And everyone was waving little glow sticks. Yeah. Like a tunnel. Mm-hmm. And then my parents took my boys home and we went and stayed at the Davenport in Spokane. Mm-hmm. And this is where the nightmare began. First, the hotel, because of COVID. We get the hotel and we're driving to the hotel and we go to valet park our car. And the sign's like, no valet because of COVID. Please park across the street. Yeah. At the parking garage not attached to the hotel. Mm-hmm. So we go over there, park our car. We're driving around the parking garage. There's no spot.
The top floor.
One spot left on the roof in the very corner. The parking, we were in my car. Yeah. And the parking space was so little. And there were 3 other cars up there that had just got married too. Like the cars were all decorated.
We see the couples walking around too.
Yeah. I saw another bride. I'm like, hey, congratulations.
You too.
Yeah. But so imagine this, like we're up at the top of the roof of this parking garage. I'm in my wedding dress, got our suitcase.
I'm in my tux. Yeah.
And you looked so good that day, by the way.
You do.
You should put that on again. Yeah. Oh, no, you don't have it. It was rental. Yeah. Anyway.
You try your wedding dress on, too?
I don't know that it fit.
You have it.
I do have it. I love that dress. It was so pretty. Okay, but we're trying to get down to our hotel room. So we have to go down the elevator or stairs. I don't even remember. And we had to cross the street. And I'm running in my wedding dress, carrying my dress, pulling a suitcase behind me. Anyways, we get to the hotel, check in. That was fun, but we were so tired.
Yeah.
We were tired, but we sat on our bed and we opened all the cards from everybody. Yeah. And because we were going on our honeymoon the next morning.
Yeah, next morning. But think of the presents we got for the wedding. Did your parents take them or my parents take them?
I think your parents did.
Yeah, the two put it.
That's right.
As their old apartment.
In my old apartment?
Yeah, they put it there until we come back. We open it when we come back.
They didn't come to our apartment. They might have kept him at their house.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, but the cards, really nice cards, nice gifts. Yeah.
Because our honeymoon was paid for. We had everything paid for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we wanted some extra cash, so we took some with us and had to hide the rest because we were going to Belize.
Yep. Yeah. I tell Lisa before our wedding, where do you want to go honeymoon? And I love to travel. Maybe try.
I said, let's go somewhere you've never been.
Yeah.
That was number one.
And I love to travel and I have my passport, but she got hers before. Yeah. So she never had that before, but she got it before we go to Belize. And I'm a scuba diver and I love diving, and I hear that Belize has the blue hole, pretty huge size hole. It's deep, like, and the reef. It's like I don't know, it's big, but it goes really deep, and I want to dive it, and we did. So I bought this shirt from Belize.
You have to turn around so they can see what the blue hole looks like.
Oh yeah.
For those of you that are watching on YouTube, we have our Belize shirts on.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to squat down. So that right up there, that's the blue hole. That's where we went.
So I got this shirt for the diving center there, but yeah.
Okay, so first we got to talk about our flights.
Yeah.
That was the best test of marriage ever.
Yeah.
So we flew out of Spokane. I think when we got there pretty early, which was fine, but we just didn't have anything to do. We went and got breakfast before. Sat at the airport. I think our flight was delayed. We flew Spokane to, I want to say, Phoenix. I think it was just Spokane to Phoenix, Phoenix to Belize.
Well, you go to Dallas, right?
That was on the way back.
Oh.
But anyway, our flight, I think, was just delayed the first time. So kind of just started off even on the wrong foot. Yeah. Like I was all excited and waiting for our flight. And I forgot, we sat and booked our honeymoon together, like our flights and everything. But I guess I forgot that to pay extra to get your seats together. We didn't do that.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I forgot about that.
One of the flights down there, I was like, I can't even sit by my husband on my honeymoon. I was just in such a crabby mood. Yeah. I was so bummed.
One of lights over there, yeah. But
like there was like two that I didn't get to sit by you. It was just weird. It just felt wrong. So we get to Phoenix and it's like
we're trying to spend the night there, right?
Yeah, we had a hotel. Yeah. Yep. So we get our taxi or whatever, go to the hotel. It's like 9:00 at night. So we had been on this flight for however long, because there might have even been, I don't know, like a layover in Spokane, or not a layover, but a delayed flight. Anyway, we get to our hotel. It's 9:00. I'm tired. I'm cranky already. It's hot. And we're walking there and we see some guy sitting outside. I think he was sitting outside. Or no, maybe the lights were off.
In Phoenix?
Yeah, because really we go to open the door to the hotel.
Hot and humid there, like late at night.
We go to open the door to the hotel and it's locked, like the main office. We're like, what? Yeah. And then we see a little note on the door. Oops, I locked myself out of the hotel.
Yeah, okay, great.
Soon. Yeah. It's like, there's no phone number to call.
No.
Or maybe there was, because I feel like you may have called somebody. We are just sitting on the curb with our like backpacks and suitcases waiting for someone to walk in.
It's like 10 o'clock?
9, 10 at that time. Like we waited a good 20 minutes.
It's dark, and it's warm,
and we have
hot,
no food,
and humid, but
no car.
Yeah, I want to eat something, but we can't.
And then we finally get in the hotel, and I think we were able to order. We did get some food somehow, like something was open. Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
And then our flight, we had to leave at like 3 a.m, because I believe our flight left at probably 5:30. So we get our Uber, taxi, I don't remember, shuttle, what we got to the hotel or to the airport. We get to the airport, and right when we get there, it's like, your flight has been canceled.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't find that out until later.
Yeah.
So we're there, and like I had everything on my phone, like updates and stuff, but that update didn't come until we were at the airport. So now I'm really ticked off because it's really early. Our flight is canceled. And I don't remember then what happened. Like, just had to wait. Oh yeah, there was like a bunch of standby flights. And they're like, we can put you guys on standby, but there's no guarantee that you're going to get there on the same flight or whatever. So they end up calling just Jeremy's name. Do you remember that? They're like, we have so-and-so. They're like, and Jeremy White. And I was like, you are not going to Belize without me. You are not leaving me here in Phoenix to catch a flight by myself. And you were probably like, darn it. You would have
No, it's fine. We're on a honeymoon.
But just like things like that kept happening. It was like standby flight after standby flight. And I remember like trying to hold it together and like just wanted to get to Belize. This was our honeymoon and we're both crabby.
Yeah.
Had to wear masks on the plane. Anyway.
Yeah.
We finally get to Belize City, and that was humid.
Yeah, very humid.
We got there at like 6 p.m.
Yeah, I think it's like...
It was late because we went and had dinner, and then...
We take a water taxi that day.
Oh, yeah.
I think we got there like midday.
Right.
We take a taxi to the harbor, and the resort we're staying at, it's like a island.
San Pedro.
Yeah,
island.
It's big island, but I think it's an island or a peninsula. I'm not sure, but a lot of resorts, they have nice resorts on there, but we can drive a long drive, so we take a water taxi.
It was either the water taxi or like a flight.
Yeah, so we take the water taxi, cheaper, and
it's fun.
Yeah,
Bumpy.
Bumpy. We see more islands, see more Caribbean Ocean. It's pretty.
We dropped other people off at different resorts and islands too.
Yeah, and we go there and we arrived at our resort and I like the taxi driver, so some guy,
the golf cart driver.
Yeah, well, they tell what are you saying? And at Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach resort.
Yeah, so, well, we're at. All right, nice. Oh, good.
Pictures it.
Yeah, it looks really nice. But now he telling it. Well, that's a really nice resort. So great. We're glad we picked the one. And it is. It's amazing resort. It's amazing. They're the best resort I've ever stayed in. That was that one.
The only resort I've ever stayed at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really pretty. But as soon as we got off the water taxi, they're like, all the locals, they warned us that they would harass you for like, or try to get you to, I don't know, either do drugs, smoke, or different things. And some guy did ask us if we wanted some weed right when we got off. And I was like, nope, I'm good, thanks. But yeah, we got onto a golf cart. That was their main mode of transportation. And golf carts are like a motorcycle, bicycle, or walking. Rarely did you see a car.
Cars too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And we sat on the back of this golf cart that had like no shocks. That was fun though, like going through the city on their like really awful roads. Belize is it was like pretty poor.
Yeah.
Pretty poor city, but
nice people.
Really nice people. So nice.
People, beautiful area. Pretty poor until you get at the resorts.
Yeah. It's like a string of.
Yeah, there's big difference. The city versus resorts. The top-notch resorts compared to the city, it's big difference. But
by the time we did the water taxi, got the golf cart to the resort, and we had to wait for the water taxi to leave. Remember, we sat in that whole waiting area for the longest time too. We got our ticket and had to wait. So get in the golf cart and get to our resort. By that time, it's like 6:37, maybe 8. We had a late dinner. It was dark.
Yep.
But we walked into our room and they had little, like the swan towels folded up with like rose petals on our bed and wine and really nice room. Beautiful.
The outside of the patio.
Oh yeah.
It's like 15 or 20 feet until the pool. It's like you walk out the back the patio, and you see the huge pool.
Like 10 steps to the pool.
It's like
same level.
Great room, and
the pool water was so nice.
Yeah. And
then there was also like it was pretty like kind of rainy there, like sprinkling rain on and off.
Yeah, the summertime in Belize is a rainy season. So we're like, oh, okay, well, almost.
Oh well.
Yeah, sometimes it rains. Sometimes it's not
I feel like it didn't for the most part.
Yeah, it's just cloudy, but
very cloudy.
Not rain too much, but it's really hot, really humid.
Well, and because of COVID, their restaurant was closed on the inside. So we ate outside, but it was really cool because there was a pool, like a lazy river, that went around the outside restaurant that we ate every meal at.
Yeah.
And they were so nice, those waiters, and best food ever, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like amazing food. You had octopus for dinner, like your first night. Maybe?
Yeah. A lot of amazing seafood were there.
I had some really good Alfredo, and their hash browns were really good, their breakfast. So we couldn't swim right outside our resort, right?
We walk on the beach, resorts on the beach, but the water there is pretty dirty. It's warm, but like a seaweed, and it's not like tropical reef water. It's dirty, but we swim in the pool. But sometimes, one day we pick up a day to go to they call it Secret Beach.
It's probably my favorite day.
And we rent a golf cart, and we drive maybe with a half hour to see that. We spend all day there.
That was the worst golf cart ride.
Yeah, it's
but fun, and like it was an experience.
Yeah,
but
pretty cool. The beach is awesome. It's like you go in the water, you go a long ways, you're still sitting.
Yeah,
it's like
they had
really shallow
umbrellas out there and little tables. They had I actually think this was probably the next place over, but like big water, like inflatable slides and stuff for kids.
Yeah.
But we got there, and they had when we got there, we did not book anything. I don't think we booked excursions before we arrived. We said,
I booked my dive with a Blue Hole.
Oh, that's right.
Before we go, it's expensive, but
oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we picked that day, but after that, nothing else.
Yeah, we didn't really. We didn't know what was available, and we're like, we'll just see when we get there what we want to do. And some guy came up to us at I don't remember what the little resort was called at Secret Beach, but lots of kids out there trying to sell their things that they made. But you had these lounge chairs, and they'd bring you drinks and food. And you just sit there, and they like waited on you hand and foot. Super nice.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did they not accept tips? Was that a thing?
It's like some countries, they seem the same thing. They can accept the tips. They're not required, so you pay the price. That's it. Or you can tip them more, but it's not in like America.
That was so fun though.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I snorkeled, because that was the day before the diving tour. And I'd never snorkeled before, and I was kind of nervous, but you had your little mask and snorkel, and I just kind of bent over right there in the water, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
Yeah.
The water was so clear.
Yeah.
It was so pretty. So then the next day, that was
the Blue Hole diving, or so the next day the diving company will pick us up at our hotel, but early, like they'll pick us up like 5:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, we met them out at the dock.
Yeah, it's on the dock by the resort. They pick us up, and we pick other people up too. We go to the dive shop, and
we had lunch before we got on the boat, I think.
Not that early. It was some breakfast.
That's what it was.
So we get fitted, and it takes the boat to the Blue Hole like 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours on the bumpy boat ride to the Blue Hole. It's sometimes rough.
It was really rough.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
We got a little nauseous.
Yeah.
No one got sick that was on the boat, but I know there was a couple guys standing off the edge. I don't know if they ever got sick. I wasn't watching.
Yeah.
But
so it's a really rough ride. First time, I dove the Blue Hole, and it's amazing. you dive in on the reef, and you see the hole, and a group with me, we go over there, and we descend in the blue hole, and it's amazing. I could see sharks, rays, and maybe some sea turtles. But inside the cave, it's like the hole inside, on the edges. I can't say the word. Six with the cave. What's it called? The forming segs.
Oh, stalactites.
Yeah. And we see huge pieces of them on the edges of the cave, and it's pretty cool. And deep dive, and you snorkeled that time too. I bought diving trip for me, and she can snorkel.
And when we did that, we didn't know if we would be together on the same boat. I don't even think at that time, but
I dive with a group with another dive master.
Yeah.
Separate group, and she snorkeled with other
But
group.
We were all in the same boat, which was nice. So we all went to 3 separate locations, but all together. So like you guys would dive first, and then we would snorkel.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just so crazy if you've never snorkeled or dove, I guess, but to see what you look at the water up above and it's just solid blue, it's plain, nothing crazy, and then you go underneath, like it says in The Little Mermaid, it's a whole new world.
Yeah,
seriously, it is the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I could have stayed under there for hours and hours. Man, I really want the Belize to experience that. They would love it.
Dive in the water deep. You can stay under a long time. It's amazing. Like you're flying, like you're flying, but you're not. But in the water, it could be an amazing experience to go scuba diving or snorkel. Yeah.
And they brought like fish, like they were like chumming the waters, right? So that the fish could come and like feed the fish.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was cool. We tried to like touch them as they swam by.
Yeah.
So we got to go to 3 different locations to do that. The second location was the first the Blue Hole?
Yeah, first one.
Second one, I think, was that island that we had lunch there. Oh, yeah. And like the main food in Belize, what was their main dish? Like, was it like rice and like chicken?
Yeah.
Remember we had that?
Yeah, I think so.
For our meal there.
Yeah.
And then also on our other excursion with the cave tubing, that was our meal. It was really good.
We dive there on the island. It's that the dive for me over there. It's like a reef diving. It's amazing. I see a lot of sharks, rays, and a lot of fish. And then the third dive, I do 3 dives that day, and third dive was similar to the second dive. It's beautiful.
That second one for us, it was the current was really like the waves were really choppy there that day, and it was hard to. It's like really shallow water, and we're trying not to touch the coral. But yeah, I took my phone with me and my little underwater case around my neck and filmed, so I could see there was a little shark there and lots of cool things.
Yeah, the island it's a like a lot of coconut crabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to walk around for a bit after lunch.
Yeah.
And a little sea turtle nest. It was blocked off. We couldn't go there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of those crabs.
Yeah.
We got some cool photos.
Yeah,
maybe we'll try to insert some if you're watching on YouTube, some photos of our honeymoon and whatnot. And then the third dive was another in the middle of the ocean somewhere, but that's the one where you guys dove right below us and we were snorkeling right above you, and that's where we saw the big sharks and we could see you guys down below. That was a fun dive too. And then I think it was the next day we had a couple days of just relaxing at the resort, but while we were sitting at our poolside, I think that's when this guy came up to you with his little card about the cave tours, and we got to pick 3 excursions.
That guy is from Cigarette Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the guy is, they're at Cigarette Beach. We're relaxing. A lot of people, they approached us to sell some stuff. And one guy is a young guy, and he offer excursions.
Yeah.
So we could give his card, and we call him like next day. And we bought
it was like really cheap.
Yeah. Like 3
excursions.
Yeah. For one day, and so that day we start off. What did we do first? We fly to the Belize City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We fly like 30-minute flight or
little
less.
plane, yeah.
Yeah. Across the ocean, and like less than 30-minute flight to Belize City, and we met a guide. What is his name?
Norman.
Yeah, Norman. Yeah.
Hi, Norman. If you happen to be watching.
Yeah. I know Norman.
We're friends on Facebook.
But he take us to first to the Mayans.
Maybe.
Yeah, we picked 3 excursions. We see the first off, like the first one, we try to see the Mayan ruins. And old temples from the Mayans, and it's pretty cool. And they're really old, but it's like smaller than pyramids.
And he told us about the history of them and what like the different levels meant.
Yeah, it
was cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, we walked on them too. We climb them and walk around.
And he was afraid of heights. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
And he took our photo, but we're like, "Do you want one of you at the edge?" He's like, "No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm afraid of heights."
Yeah, and the second next thing we do, we
zip lining.
We do a
zip lining.
Yeah, zip lining in the treetops. It's pretty cool. It's we see more area in the jungle. Over there is all jungle.
Really cool, and, like the sounds and it's beautiful. Like out here, walking through the forest, it's pretty too, but it's a complete different.
Yeah, very different. Yeah,
it's so neat though.
And the third thing we do, we rented the rafts. We can float down in the river through some caves system, and it's pretty cool. Some caves we float through really dark and really hard to see, and some caves you see a lot, and it's amazing.
That was my favorite.
Yeah,
out of all of them, and it was so pretty floating through. But do you remember when we first got? We had to like walk a long ways with our tubes.
Yeah,
and he was leading us. And before we get in the river, he's like, "All right, just want to warn you guys, this water's pretty cold." And we get in, and we're like, "This is cold." I was like, "This is like our lake on the hottest day in mid-July."
Yeah, here in the Northwest, but Belize, it's cold there. It's
to them.
It's cold for them, but it's okay for me.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it's a good time that day.
And then I think the day after that, we just relaxed, and I flew out the next day. And I remember just finally getting back to Dallas. We flew into Dallas from Belize City. And I don't know, it's just like, oh, it feels good to just be back in the States again.
Yeah, always feel good to be home. Yeah.
And then Dallas too, I guess, just Spokane, I think. I think we got home at like 11 p.m.
Yeah, late that day.
I don't remember if my parents were there waiting for us with the boys.
No, we drive home that day. We left our car at the airport, so we go to our car. we drive home that night. I mean, next day, your parents...
or they were with their dad, though, that week.
Yeah.
But we got him back sometime. But
yeah.
I remember when we were filling out doing our online registry or whatever for wedding gifts, Isaiah's like, you guys get gifts? He was, how old at this time? 11?
Yeah.
He was 11.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys get gifts? He's like, I want gifts. He's like, can I have Legos? I was like, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
And then they were really mad when Ezekiel says, you ditched us after the wedding. Yeah. They wanted to go on the honeymoon. That wasn't fair that they didn't get to go.
Maybe make the money and we can take them out there.
Yeah. I really want to take them. Mexico or someplace tropical to scuba dive. They all love the water so much. But
yeah, I want to teach them how to scuba diving with me.
Yeah, they want to do that. Well, the two younger ones do. But.
Yep.
So yeah, our wedding day was a blur. It went by fast. Our honeymoon was really fun. Being back home was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting right into married life with kids.
Yep.
And that first year was rough.
Yeah.
It's hard. In that tiny apartment too.
Yeah.
But here we are, almost 3 years later.
Yeah.
Making it.
Yep, we're making it.
We got into a good routine and I love my life with you.
Me too.
It's a good life. Well.
Yep. Well, hope we enjoyed our stories. And
I don't know how long that one was. Hopefully a lot shorter than our others.
Yeah.
We just thought we'd do a fun podcast about our wedding day and our honeymoon.
Next time.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching these and you enjoy them, or send them to somebody you think might benefit from them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys on our next podcast.
Yep.
Bye.
See you later.